Narrating combat is like sewing. Think of your players like the needle. On a very basic level, you need to put them in it. Give everyone a clear picture of the fictional situation. Exigent threats, a sense of the space, a reasonable assessment of the capabilities and motivations of their opponents, and as always, ask, what do you do? But combat often has mechanics, so you need to pull back out, to consult and resolve those mechanics before diving back in, and describing the way they've changed the fiction. Sure, they did damage or spent a resource, but what does that look like? What's the situation now? What threats or opportunities are imminent or emergent? And what does the next player do? Which will pull you back out into the mechanics, which will change the situation you present to the next player, and so on. Now, you could just forge straight ahead with your narrative thread, weaving your way between the fictional and mechanical worlds, but it's useful to occasionally double back and recap a sequence of events that just happened. Even jumping back a couple turns to retroactively stitch the scene together, describing them flowing into one another uninterrupted, so they're easier to follow. Appreciate how cool the player characters are as they coordinate, and then come right back to them to ask what's next. This does more than just reinforce the narrative through line. When your players remember this scene, it won't be looping up and down, back and forth, but as one continuous sequence stitched in their memory.